Man, this is a situation I didn't think I was going to be talking about, honestly. I thought that this was going to become old news real quick. But it seems like as time goes on, there's more and more updates that draw me back into it. And just when I think that it's kind of all said and done and there's nothing more coming, all of a sudden another huge bombshell just gets dropped after another. It's been kind of psychotic to see. But if you don't know about the situation that I'm talking about, Call Me Carson, that might automatically, I guess, click in your mind when I say that. So one of YouTube's biggest dramas over the last few weeks has been the whole Call Me Carson cheating situation, which, if you don't know who Call Me Carson is, he's pimp, let's be honest, and he's a content creator, and for a long time, it has been believed that he was in a relationship with Katerino, which is a Twitch streamer slash YouTuber, and apparently even Carson thought that this was a thing and was upset by what happened. So the gist of it, at least from when it started out, was that Carson was cheated on by Katerino with Carson's own friend, Fitz. So basically, his girl cheated on him with one of his best friends. That was kind of like the whole situation, at least at first. But it's evolved to this point, man, that it's just becoming borderline psychotic. I mean, this is like an episode of Maury or Jerry Springer or something going on here at this point. But I have some opinions on this one that I think need to be shared. This is just, it's a fucked up situation, man. Not only was Katerino here cheating on Carson with Fitz, but apparently there's some other people involved as well. So she put out this apology video that we're gonna go ahead and talk about here in a second because it's goofy, okay? It's bad. She also apparently had a boyfriend who was her manager, so I guess she had like a social media manager or something like that. Apparently this was supposed to be her legitimate boyfriend, and she's trying to say that her and Carson were, I guess, mutually aware that they weren't really dating, but really looks like Carson wasn't necessarily aware that there wasn't a chance, and she was just kind of leading him on the entire time, making him believe that there was like this possibility that it could happen. So we're basically talking about three guys here. She is currently 3-0 in Team Deathmatch in body count, okay? It's a really weird situation now. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into that. It's called an update. It has almost 500,000 views as of me looking at this, which means that by the time you guys see it, later on today, it's going to be fucking way larger. The like to dislike's looking pretty good. It looks like she's got a lot of support for her response here and basically for clearing everything up. So with such a positive like to dislike ratio, I can only imagine that this is going to be great, guys. So let's go ahead and take a look.
Hey guys, I'm sorry this took so long to come out. I was processing things and thinking things through, and this is my first time going through something like this, and I wanted to go about it as best as I possibly could.
Okay, so I have a problem right off the rip here. I was processing things. I wonder how Carson is processing things right now after, you know, you cheated on him with your best friend or with his best friend. Pretty harsh thing to do. Bet him finding out that you were dating your manager probably also didn't add very much help to the situation. And she says, this is my first time going through this. Now I'm assuming she means like the amount of shit that she's gotten for this whole situation, which she pretty much deserves in my opinion. I mean, it's just a really shitty thing to do to somebody. And what you're going through is not even close to as bad as what Carson must be going through. That has to be a pretty shitty feeling. So I don't feel sorry for you.
My relationship with Carson was very complicated. I had a boyfriend at the time, and neither Carson nor my boyfriend at the time knew about each other.
Okay, so that's out in the open now. She's just living double lives or something? Like, what the fuck is going on here?
And while I was clear with Carson that Carson and I were not in a relationship, I still led him on and ended up hurting Carson and my boyfriend at the time very badly in the process. I am now seeing a therapist, and although I didn't realize it at the time, I was dealing a lot with depersonalization, and I felt like I was two different people living two different lives. I felt like a passenger in my own body.
Okay, so you're gonna hear this a lot throughout the video. Oh, I was dealing with depersonalization disorder. That's what I was going through, and it led me to not make any good decisions, which honestly kind of pisses me off because in reality, she's kind of leaning on mental health as the reason why she did this, when in reality, it probably had little to, or maybe even nothing to do with why she did what she did. I mean, I get it. People who have problems going on in their lives, maybe not making the best decisions, but this is not something that I think you can really blame on mental health. I mean, there's a lot of people with messed up mental health, right? They got problems, but you don't see them doing something like this, right? You don't see them going out cheating on their significant other or what is supposed to be their significant other. I don't really know at this point. It's become a complete soup of bullshit, but very weak excuse. We'll say that.
Was very lost and confused and didn't know what I wanted and made a lot of bad decisions because of that. And I hurt both him and Carson and their friendship as well.
Okay, so maybe I'm missing something here. How was Fitz hurt in this entire thing? I don't really know. Like, he knew that Carson and Katerino here were at least, I guess, in some sort of relationship at the time. And, I mean, things happened, right? So, how did he get hurt? I mean, if anything, he's part of the fucking problem, too. Like, how was he hurt in any way?
Carson and I streamed together, and his community very much saw us as a couple, which we encouraged, and it felt really good to have such a positive impact on so many people.
Okay, here is where we get into the clout chasing, in my opinion here. Now, from the way it seems to me at least, Carson did not see this as, we're not in a relationship, we're just friends, haha, she's so cool, she's quirky kind of situation. Carson thought that they were either in some stage of a relationship or full-blown or something, I don't know. Because he was obviously very hurt by what happened in this entire situation. Now, she's trying to say the positive impact that she had on people. What? Okay, yeah, we'll say that. Let's not pretend that you have an audience outside of Carson, okay? You don't. You never have, you never will. I mean, maybe it was something minute, but when it comes down to what you have, 99% of it came from Carson, okay? You were not the positive impact on all those people. It was Carson. You were maybe like, I guess, a side of it, but to try and pretend like you and Carson together built this amazing community it's ridiculous. Come on now. You got handed a lot by Carson, and just for affiliating with him, I mean, doing these streams and stuff with him, you built up an audience because they all thought you were in a relationship, which by your admission, you encouraged. So Carson's thought process probably as well, she's encouraging this relationship idea and concept to my viewers. We're pretty close. I mean, yeah, this is probably something serious at this point. But no, apparently to you, it's, I was dispersonalized and shit like that. Now, come on now. Just say what you need to say, right? You were using Carson for attention and clout. I think that's what it really is at the end of the day. Because if you didn't want a relationship with him, you would have just straight up said, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. But I think you know that pretending to be in this relationship with Carson was going to get you attention and viewership and shit like that. So let's not try and sit here and act like this is something spontaneous that you've just now realized after the fact.
And I was lost and confused, and I ended up hurting people that I cared about. And in the future, I want to be better. And I want to focus on myself, which is why I'm taking further time off streaming.
But the thing is you didn't care about those people. I mean, you don't do things like that to people you care about. You know what I'm saying? You don't lead somebody on and then, destroy their emotional state and lead them basically to a career hiatus because, you cared about them. Or I guess you were dating your manager, which is whatever. You don't just, encourage the whole world that you're in a relationship with a completely different person while chilling out with his best friend. That's not really what you do to people you care about. Okay, this is like a really sorry that I was caught kind of moment in my opinion, because I don't think that she's taking time off streaming because she wants to work on herself. I think she realizes that anytime she goes live for like the next 9 months, it's basically just going to be Carson's fans completely demolishing her in the chat and fucking with her and things like that. You can't really try and pretend, at least to me, that this is, I'm taking some time off streaming to better myself after this, because you would not have done this had this whole situation not happened. You wouldn't have been like, oh shit, I've got some problems. I need to go to a therapist. need to get some help for myself. That would have never have happened. And you never would have been like, well, I should probably work on myself, so I'll take 5 weeks off of streaming or something. You know, if this whole thing never happened, you doing what you did has resulted in a shitstorm and a firestorm that is incomprehensible. So now you're basically just going to try and let the waters, you know, sort themselves out, so maybe we don't get bullied every time we're on.
I'm working through my depersonalization. I'm still seeing my therapist. And I want to live my life more openly and honestly. And more than anything, I want to be honest with myself, which is something that I've struggled with a lot. And I'm sorry to everyone. I'm sorry to my community.
You don't have a community. It's Carson's community. So let's just get that straight again.
And anyone that I've disappointed or let down. I'm sorry to Carson's community. I'm sorry to Fitz's community and anyone else's community who was affected by this.
Okay, so you'll note she'll say anyone else's community that was affected by this. Now, you noticed that she mentioned pretty much all the main cast in this entire drama, but there's at least one more person that she didn't mention in this video that she was having a relationship with. Yes, folks, I'm telling you. It wasn't just 3, she had 4 fucking guys that she was going around with, man. So there's a streamer slash YouTuber out there called I Will Dominate, okay? I think he plays League of Legends, if I'm not mistaken. And he basically came on stream and told everybody that Katerino was, you know, hanging out with him too.
I found out about the situation today. If you guys don't know about the Katerino situation, she made a video where she admitted that she had a boyfriend, and while she had a boyfriend, she was leading on Carson. She had like some type of relationship with Carson as well as a relationship with Fitz. During this time, she also had some sort of emotional slash physical relationship with me. I did not know about any of this stuff. Obviously, going into it, like I just take people's word at face value, and people that know me, know my channel, like I don't really like talk about girls I've been with, etc. On my channel, you know, it's not really relevant. I don't feel like it's your guys' business. If I have like a long-term girlfriend or something, I'll introduce you guys to her, but I don't really want to talk about it. Jesus Christ, this is so fucking weird.
What is her excuse now? I don't understand, because now she's basically lying to people. I want to be more honest with everyone. I want to be more open with everyone, but I'm not going to mention the other people on the side that are involved in this situation, even though, you know, I'm supposed to be trying to better myself and just admit the situation. You're fucking hiding. You're hiding things. And you're not sorry that you did it, you're sorry that you got caught, and you know now that your career is in a complete free fall. People want nothing to do with you. The viewership that Carson gave you by basically streaming with you and thinking that, you know, you guys were in a relationship and whatnot, has completely turned against you. So, yeah, let's not sit here and try and act like we're bettering ourselves when we're hiding shit from public eye about this whole situation, man. It's like, who can you trust anymore, right? Like, people just, they need clout, man, I'm telling you. And this is another one of those situations where I'm dead serious, convinced that she was in this shit for clout. Oh, I'm gonna lead him on and make him think he has a chance. But well, I'll keep doing that as long as he's getting his audience to follow me and, you know, donate their Twitch Prime and subs and shit to me. That's completely cool, right? Like, this is just a situation that I think, if anything, can be used as an example for others. You can't just be trusting people out here, man. Because even though they will make you think that you're the most intimate of people and there's a relationship on the horizon, they will do anything just to get some fucking attention, get some clout off your name. And this is an example of it, man. She doesn't care about anyone. She doesn't care that people were hurt. She cares that she's getting axed, okay? That's all it comes down to. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on my channel. Follow me over on Twitter at @SubToOptimus. I post memes, thoughts, and updates over there. Surefire way to get notifications of all my newest content. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below for the freshest Optimus merch around. Thank you to my channel members. Your support helps my channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, definitely not getting a Twitch girlfriend, and signing out.